Grace and blessings, family. Sister Argeline. This is Travis King, who, I'm going to just sort of, for the moment, decline from calling him a brother, even though I can, see into his possible pathology and understand. I can't say I have sympathy for it, but I can understand how it got accelerated. And Travis King defected to North Korea. And under questioning, he said the reason to the North Koreans he was doing that is because the U.S. Army is so racist. And I find that hysterical because what do you think the whole friggin' non-black world is? And even vast stretches of the fully black world especially do not like us black born in the unentitled snakes of America because of a mass abduction. There's bunches of people who are sick and tired of black you and me. I don't give a damn. I love us. And thereby, I know where I belong with you right on over here where the crime happened, where our separation must be accomplished. Otherwise, the whole friggin' all them people can't stand us. When they kill oceans, they kill you too. Okay? That's what radiation does. It's not sequestered to one region like the overwhelming majority of pollution, which is built of unwieldy molecular chemicals, is so huge that they tend to just stay right where they are, right? And you could also tell a difference after Fukushima because it was such a horrific aberration because pollution, man-made pollutions, they've been around for centuries. And even the new ones, they're everywhere. You tell me where people don't buy plastic bags. And that would be one interesting place to go visit. But that radiation would be there because according to the United Nations International Atomic Energy Commission band, something or other, there's so many of these daggone abbreviated organizations. They found International Test Ban Treaty Organization, that's the one. They found radiation everywhere from Fukushima, like within days to a week after that sucker was exploded. It didn't happen on 3/11/11 by accident, okay? These people are spooky and freaky. And they are in the middle of a massive satanic campaign to beguile everyone as deeply into mindlessness as possible. I don't know how long this share is going to be. I'm going to try not to make it too long because there's just so much to talk about as I've been taking time off to write my next novel. Now, in highlighting that these people are trying to beguile everybody satanically, there is a science that I theorize from studying antimatter and the Hadron Particle Collider and what they've managed to discern about antimatter, that it is the removal of Allah's permission to exist in the realm that he has created from the nothingness by slowing down light so that it actually adheres into matter. And the antimatter, if it were just some sort of Big Bang accidental thing that happened, it would either be happening, there would be Big Bangs tearing apart the universe on a constant basis, happening right underneath your feet if you dared to even take a step. right? Because it would just be that volatile. Because for every single particle of existence, there is its opposite in non-existence. So with Hadron Particle Collider, what the scientists confess they found is that there is something intelligent keeping that balance between what we are experiencing in reality and what goes on in the nothingness. Now, all that is to say, in terms of this headline, is they're trying to get all the clueless used to accepting nothing, accepting the nothingness, never having a clue when something is unjust. It makes no daggone human sense. But even the devil, once you understand he's the devil, then what he does makes perfect sense, and it doesn't bother you anymore because you rely on the one and the only. Use the name of the Creator you have been divinely guided to embrace, as long as you mean the Creator of even your very lungs. All right? And so here, fake NYC restaurant called Mayron Steakhouse, created by an AI startup founder, 21. That means he's just given the lying straight off the bat, because the AI is their way of trying to say, no, we're not tyrants. It's the AI. But it only does what you program it to do, okay? And 65 of his pals pranks foodies with waiters serving milk. That's satanic right there, because that's supposed to be the devil's semen. When you see all these singers and they're all bathing in either diamonds, because that's supposed to be his semen as wealth, or in milk, or in blood, that's what they're representing right there. And so a crowd of screaming Drake fans, Drake is on board. Everybody right now, they're making sure anybody that gets notoriety of any sort is on board, okay? And a staged marriage proposal. So this is acclimating folks to expecting nothing and to have just this disconnected sense of chaos. They must set up chaos, because in that they could get away with a whole lot more evil. And that's what we must resist. This is a show I've just ran through every single season thereof. I didn't know that I would enjoy it as much as I did. Not because it was anything pro-black, but it was, it's reality TV, so you never know what the heck is going on behind the scenes. But something that was unavoidably obvious is that the original host of this show was this obviously painfully white guy. And the only reason why I'm putting it in those terms of painfully white is because he didn't even make it through a whole season, the first season. He did 3 shows. I didn't watch them because they kind of bore me at this point in time. And I'm not interested. And I'm quite sure that was, no matter what they may say in the media and the press about it, that was the reason why he just couldn't pull this off, going into prisons that were in Central and South America, because he is only as protected as his society, his race, which is identifiable on sight, only as powerful as they are to protect him. Amongst these guys, he ain't gonna cut it, because everybody around the world, even if they're beholden, even if they're gonna suck up to the mythology that white people just keep putting out there, the whole world kind of has a tacit understanding that it is Western society's invasions and colonialism that has screwed all of these nations to pieces. That is hard to ignore. And so the person in the center right here was substituted as the host of the show. Now, he ain't black, but he has a nation that's going to give him more credibility, far more credibility than the white guy. While at the same time, the white guys are still in charge because Central and South America, they've been destabilized by U.S. corporations. Their history is not one, and they're not from Spain. They're not from any Latin-speaking country. Originally, their nations are continuously destabilized by these corporations that want to take advantage of the vast resources. So it's absolutely despicable. It's horrifying to see how impoverished they are. But in this chaos, the white man rules. He continues to rule. Imagine, as much as this dude, Raphael, and he does a very good job. He was actually in prison. And he's just open to everybody. And so they tend to just, embrace him. I don't know what else goes on behind the scenes. I'm just saying. The other guy, 3 episodes, he was gone. Raphael is hanging tight. And imagine these guys right here and all the other ones who were given to violence, to robbery, who entered into that lifestyle because the West destabilized their economies, so that societies that in their original states were very egalitarian no longer are, and they're actually, the browner the nation, the more brutal they are to their own prisoners, because the shame. We think we, black us, are the worst people on the planet. No, we're not. This is the effect of colonization. And so that you have Stockholm Syndrome, you hate your own. Like this guy does. Because he knows there's racism. That's a step up. That's a good thing. He knows he has an enemy. But he's going to the North Koreans to fix that? They were probably cracking up. Maybe even in his face. I don't know if they told him. They probably didn't, because everybody is on board for the scamming of black us, where they're like, yo, we can't stand you either. And here you are, you can't stand your own enough to stand up for them and defend them. Because in that prison show, it was those populations that work cohesively together that still manage to turn their own fellow prisoners around, no matter what was going on in the larger society. And so this whole encouragement for us to water ourselves down by escaping hell. Where you gonna go to escape the Western invaders? There's no place to go, because that mindset, that, greed to the point where you're willing to destroy your own people, has invaded everybody's mindset. So that even though they know white man ain't got no respect from us, and if you only knew, he's killed the freaking Pacific Ocean, and all the other oceans are dying right now too. This right here just keeps happening on the East Coast, and they want to say it's the Wi-Fi. Ain't no Wi-Fi in the waters, in the oceans. You could wind up with a dead signal still, just going to some areas across the United States landscape. And so stop. When folks realize this is not just because they hate us. They do hate us. Oh, yeah. That's what they're hoping with Fukushima, is to poison our food with radiation and destroy us as a people. That's what they're doing in Africa with the free rice from Japan and with the CMOS campaign everywhere. And my condolences to the family of Nashawn Breedlove, who just died at the age of 46 in his sleep, here in New Jersey, as a matter of fact. And so this is targeted at us. There's plenty of white folks clocking out over this too, and that's my point. When you kill oceans, you lose because you've proven you are savages. I don't give a damn how much money you got. All you are is well-dressed, well-housed barbarians. You worse than our stereotypes about these prisoners who just are doing the best that they can to survive. Right? And I notice they don't come on over to the unentitled Snakes of America and show our humanity the way that they pointed out the complexities of these prisoners' emotional motivations and the psychological damage that we suffer from them constantly trying to malign our image of who we are. And this dude believes it. He believes it so much that he went to just another adjunct of his avowed enemy to get freedom? Or what? What? Why you think they say all these Asian societies started out black, but you don't see no black people up in there now? It's because they kill them all off. They didn't need any European white people around to decide, oh, no. Being pale is better. Right? These people, they use more skin lightening creams than any place else. They would not want your black DNA up in there. If you are apprised of the concept, and I figure he went on over there because there's none of this, wokery going on there. And when I say wokery, I don't mean what they want it to be, which is they've attached our desire, our right to be free, to sexual perversions that go against the Most High's commands, 100%, because they destroy whole populations. And so he's figuring North Korea, great, one of the places where I don't have to run into all of that nonsense. Well, they don't want to have to run into whatever you got down in your pants. Right? You thinking that, it's just the white people. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's even you. It's even you. Because you don't want to be around your own either. And that makes no damn sense. Because we are the most magnificent people on this planet. I know that personally because the only reason why I could even begin to do what I do, which is study the details of man-made radiation so we can protect ourselves, is because of Black us. I and all of us are only as free as we continue to demand we be. Understand? All right. Silk Hair is back, and I have formulated it so it is phenomenal. It has, first off, it has living ingredients in it. I don't mean, like little bad things or whatever, but there's organic natural stabilizer so that I can infuse the colloidal silver, which is a liquid, into the creams so that they are so moisturizing and smooth as silk. Oh, I feel like I have, the most skin enhancing ointment ever. And I make it. It's so amazing. And to ensure a maximum shelf life, I had vitamin C. And because I use organic ingredients, it doesn't contain anything caustic. When you look up, like Cetaphil, when you look up the ingredients, you're like, what the heck is this stuff? And when you find out what it does, you're like, oh, what the heck is that stuff? I don't do that to my Silk Hair cream. It's incredible because you got the shea butter, the coconut oil, you got so many, like, I put calendula, rosemary, orange oil, lemongrass. And when you look up what all those things do for the skin, that's why when you put this stuff on, and you only need a bit because I make it so nice and rich that just a bit will do you. It's just utterly, it's phenomenal. I don't have any words for it. I'm going to have to come up with some quippy things to say about it, but it just does so much. It's so fortifying. When I doing the video reviewing Brother Yapo's amazing promo for his book series, Surviving the Worst, that's what I do. I'm not doing, this ain't a little advertisement. I don't put poison in my products in order to get you addicted to it. I put healing in my products. So in a few days, the Silk Hair in that big jar at the bottom is a 2 ounce, and that will be $25, including shipping. And the little jar up top of that, that is a gift. That's what it says on the side, but you can't see it because it's kind of fuzzy. But that is a gift I send with every purchase from 25000yearscycle.org. That's all the products that Dr. Z and I have to offer there. So get your healing on, because that's what we do. We are naturally black. And so we want you to be at your best, because we ain't dumb. We know a strong you is a protected us. All right? All right. Woo, I love you, family. Straight black family pride. And we are out of this hell. Peace and blessings.